Hi there, JJ here. This is war number 10, I think. Yeah, 10. FAE has matched GT40, probably one of the most well-known war alliances. Yeah, so we're going to start off by eating a heavy attack, which is chill. This is the worst wolf AI I've ever had. Not that was on me. I am going to back him into the corner, and he is going to medium attack his way to my wall, and it gets really scary. So yeah, I got the knockdown, and here I'm just trying to bait the special. I have the cleanse, so I know I'm chilling. I know how to dex it without, blocking. It's not like it's difficult at all. It's just you have to get the timing down. And here I'm just trying to knock him down, co-line with protection, all good. I'm going to sidestep into a medium, and now I'm trying to bait it. I dex, I bait. I dex, I bait. That's 2. That's 3. He finally throws it. I have to block it, and it doesn't do that much damage because of the cleanses. I was able to cleanse the Ruptures. And then I'm going to try to sidestep here. Or I'm trying to bait. That's 2 baits. Throws it. And I'm getting backed up. And I heavy counter because I can. And now I need a dex into this SP1 to knock him down. The problem is that he's going to get a ton of power gain from Mystic Dispersion. So this fight gets kind of sketchy really quickly. I get a good intercept there, and I'm just going to hit his block to back him up. The bleeds are doing fine. Deep Wounds is definitely helping. And that's 1 bait. That wasn't a bait. I didn't dex. That's 2 baits. That's 3 baits. That's 4 baits. He just won't throw it. And he finally throws it. And I have to block it again. And it clips me at the end. He throws double medium into my block. And at this point, I'm freaking out. He's just not throwing a special until I'm in my corner, which is never a good thing. But I'm able to into a medium 5-hit combo. Then I'm going to try to bait a heavy and then go into an SP1, and that's going to kill. So yeah, really sketchy because, I obviously didn't play like amazing, but he also took freaking like 40 years to throw his specials. Yeah. So I'm going to be healing up Chee. I have another fight with her. And next up, I have Nick on node 14. And I'm going to be using Serpent here. His power gain allows him to have a lot of ability to knock down the opponent because of all the special ones you're going to be throwing. And yeah, just have to watch out for heavy hitter. I'm obviously going to take some damage because I'm very bad. But besides that, the fight goes well. I'm still rebounding from that one really bad war. So yeah, I get a parry heavy. I bait the special one, and then I'm going to punish and throw my SB1. So yeah, he dexes out of my punish, which is fine because I get a parry. I do a full 5-hit combo into an SB1, and it's going to coincide with the protection that is going to come back, and I'm going to be able to get the fury back. And I go with a light, and then I throw this. And yeah, so it's just going to be using regular Serpent. He's quite good, and yeah, I eat the SB1 because I go for the stand-up. One thing is that when they remove the locks because of the activating SP3, the Serpent lock isn't used anymore, and I haven't used it like much because, there isn't like much reason to use it. But if you want to push the opponent to an SP2, you should use it. I definitely should have practiced with it more because it definitely does cause me to take a lot of damage this war unnecessarily. Like over there, I hit the SP1 because I tried to lock when I didn't need to. But we live and we learn. I think if I ever use them again in a future war, I'm just going to try to not lock and just bait heavies unless I can afford to not. So yeah, here I hit him. That was probably pretty dangerous, but I don't think it would have been that bad. Here I'm just trying to parry, heavy. Then I'm going to try to throw an SP1. Well, I'm going to hit him a few times and back to my SP2, but this should do good damage. I'm at 15 Cold Force. This is going to put me to the Fury stage. And now I'm able to get a heavy attack off right when he goes into his second life because he goes very passive during then. And I go into a relic, into a heavy, and then I'm going to throw this SP1. And he dashes in instead of blocks, which is really frustrating because it definitely neuters my damage a bit, but it's fine. He decides to block right away, which is very nice because then I can full 5-hit combo into his block into another SP1. And over here, I think I'm smart enough to not try to go for the light. Oh, no, I go for the light. And I hit it, but I really should stop going for those lights. It's quite dangerous. And here I'm just going to try to bait this special because I don't want anything crazy to happen. He's building up precisions, and he has a big fury, so that's scary, but doesn't matter. I'll hit him, and he's going to die. So 2-minute fight, pretty long, but, pretty safe because Serpent is the GOAT. Yeah, so next up, I have some interesting fights. I brought Yelena to war. She's only rank 3, but she's still gonna have good use in some later on fights. So over here we have Thanos on Ebb and Flow Intercept, and Now You See Me. So Chee ult counters Now You See Me because she has cleanses to cleanse the Falter debuff, and she's also able to counter his Unstoppable with the Grit. However, all of her bleeds are going to be cleansed or purified or whatever whenever the Fury comes back, but she does hit pretty hard with the Fury. So yeah, I go for a heavy attack here, and then I think I go for a backdraft, medium light, and then light, medium, medium, and that does very decent damage. He's already taken down. I go for another heavy. I'm not going to try to do any pause shenanigans because there's no point in pausing when they're all going to get purified anyways when the protection comes back. So I go for a heavy here to get some bleeds back up. Then I think I go for a light intercept, and I miss, so I go for a medium one. I go medium, medium, SP1 to get the grip back up. And I don't need to worry at all about the falter timer because of the cleanse. And here I'm just parrying the last of the SP1, getting some bleeds up. And then I get a second one up. I think I was playing it risky there because it's stand your ground. But whatever, we live. And then I get another nice light intercept. My light intercepts were on point this fight. I have the grit to counter the unstoppable. Just baiting specials, and I know the timing for this depending on what attack he throws into your block. A medium, you have to wait for the full heavy to punish. Otherwise, you'd have to punish him in the middle. And there I trigger the corrosion from double dashing back during the specials. But it's fine, all potions, not a problem. I actually think this is my last shield fight. I don't remember. It's a while ago. So yeah, I parry, I do another heavy, and he's going down timely. It's not dangerous. I go for a medium, and then I bait the special. Then I don't try to go for the heavy punish because I want to get the protection off cooldown. I go for a light there, go for another light there, he doesn't go. And I go for a light there, it doesn't go. And I go for another light, he doesn't go. There, I finally get it. Light, medium, medium. So yeah, I definitely triggered a lot of falters there, but they were all cleansed. So that's definitely allowing the fight to be much easier. And here I'm just going to finish the fight up, putting some more bleeds, and then I need one more intercept, and it should be Jober. I dex, and then I go for a light. He doesn't go. I go for another light, and he finally goes. So medium, light, medium, medium. And then I think he dies within 2 minutes. So a fine fight. Played pretty well. Definitely my intercepting was fine, but it definitely could have been a little bit better, save some time. Doesn't really matter. We got the solo, and we didn't even lose health. That much health. So next up we have a negative on... This is another Ebb and Flow intercept, but this one has Mighty Charge and also has... What's the other node? I can't remember. Either way. I was worrying a lot about heavy countering as heavy, but then I realized that I have the permanent endurance, so it doesn't matter at all. So here I'm reverse controls, and I know that, so I go for that, and then I go for light intercept, which hits, and now I'm doing good damage already. Already at 40 combo. One thing that Negative's kit does is it has a kind of a void thing where you take damage for debuffs on you. Yeah. There he evaded me, and yeah, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna bait this, or no, I got the intercept, so I'm gonna bait this SP2, and then I'm just gonna go for SP2 of my own, and that's gonna do really good damage. And well, it doesn't do amazing damage, but it definitely brings me to my Elim mode. So now I need to get an intercept. He won't go. Go for an intercept. He won't go, so now I have to bait this SP1. Or no, I get a very nice light intercept, and I'm in elimination mode. So I just need to bait a heavy, and he's going to die. Yeah, so I don't want to lose all my elimination mode from blocking, so I'm just going to bait this SP2. Then I'm going to do a few hits into a backdraft light, and hopefully it lands. It does land, and this SP2 is going to wipe him off the map. So pretty quick for a rank 3 Yelena. Finishing the fight in 1:10. So she's fun in war, very safe, that's for sure, especially with the tactic. She fully counters it 100% of the time. So that's pretty cool. And then I think the rest of the fights are just Serpent. Yeah, so next up we have 38 Shocker. I think I take damage in this fight. I don't know. He's going to have a ton of prowess, which makes his specials hit ridiculously hard, especially with the armor rating reduction. But I think we're going to manage it just by being Serpent. And I have 2 Cold Force charges, which means that my Fury is going to be a lot bigger. And I'm not even going to worry too much about trying to remove his charges or worry about his auto block, because I do have unblockable specials, and I have Fear to turn off his unblockable. But that Fear is going to be off because of the debuff immunity, so I guess that's not really So I go for a light start, I miss. So I go for full 5 combo into an SB1. So yeah, already down 5%. He now the Fury up, and yeah, I'm already doing crazy damage. 10k bursts with 3 charges. I get a light intercept, and I'm gonna bait this SB2. And do I heavy punish it? I don't think I do. Yeah, I go for a full 5 combo into an SB1 to knock him down. No, so I let him throw that, and it hits me. Then I try to make him throw this one, and he throws it, and now I need an intercept. He dexes me, and he goes for a long medium. I throw this relic for spacing, and now he's at 7 prowess, so I'm like, I'll just throw this SB2 to knock him down. I'll get the intercept after, just to make sure he doesn't go unblockable anymore. I get it there, and now this SB1 is going to hit really hard because I'm already near 10 charges. Yeah, 15k cold snap per hit. Get the light wake up, and then throw this, and it's going to pretty much kill him. Yeah, even though protection came back for the final hit, it doesn't matter, he's dead. So it was a very quick fight. Serpent's probably the best counter there. It's not even close. Yeah, so next up I think is Node 40. That makes sense. Yeah, Node 40. Node 40 Black Panther Civil War. I've taken this once before. I'm going to do something really stupid at the end, but otherwise the fight goes well. The idea of this fight is pretty simple. You have a power start 1, you throw that SB1, you get your power focus, not power focus, your true focus, which counters the evade, and then you just block bait heavies, bait SB2. That's it. And I'm going to heal to full, because, always safety. So I'm going to go into the fight, and then I'm going to bait a heavy, go medium light, then throw my SB1. At this point in the war, we were winning. I don't know. I actually don't think we were winning at all. I think maybe they cleared a bunch of fights. Like, we were 0-0, and they were, 40-1 maybe, because I know someone died to gore. Yeah. And, yeah, we obviously lost this war. GT is quite a good alliance, and FAE crumbled at the end, because, we're FAE. It's got to happen. While I'm talking, I'm doing good damage. I got the light intercept. The light stand up. Throw another SP1. Then this is where stuff's going to go south. Or maybe that's later. That's later. Yeah. So this war was a loss. We need to get top 10. So we need to win either this war or the next war, the one that just ended as of the time of recording this. Or we need to win the war after that. And I don't know who we're going to match. I know there's a calculator. Anyway, here's it goes wrong. So I'm going to go for the light stand up. And I miss. And he does that. And god damn, those bleeds did a lot of damage. I'm so happy. This is Serpent, so I have 90% reduction to the bleeds, but it was still scary. And I still think I have one more Serpent fight. So yeah, that just cost me 4 potions. Yeah, those potions are not cheap. My loyalty is fine on this account. On my mini account, it's fully cooked, but this count, it's fine. So yeah, I'm going to fight the Sentinel now. Pretty easy fight. You're just going to counter the falter from the node, and then Serpent's pretty good for Sentinel anyways. I go for a combat regen because no need to put an extra potion in, because I know that I'll be fine like this. So I'm going to start by trying to keep the analysis off, or am I just not? Oh no, I do light medium, SP1. And I totally forgot that he's gold snap immune. I realized it there. So now I'm literally just going to go for basic, SB2s and then try to keep him from gaining analysis. But it's going to happen. I should probably intercept at some point so that his Furies leave. But really the only thing in this fight is watching fight or flight and making sure it goes on me. But it wouldn't really matter that much if it goes on him. Now the analysis isn't complete, so I know that my SB2 is going to do more damage. But yeah, 26k, 7 charges, not bad. Push him to an SB2. A lot of people say don't push him to SB2 in war, which I understand. That's very valid. But also, I rarely ever mess it up. That's one of the easier ones for me. So there are some champions I don't like pushing to SB2, like Yelena, because I sometimes mess that up. But Sentinel, I never really had a problem with. Over there, I block some special hits to gain willpower healing. It doesn't really matter because of inequity probably balancing out, but it doesn't really matter. Do a few hits, try to back him to the wall, Then I throw this, and it's going to do some really big damage. 35k per hit. And he hits me, which, yeah, and then he goes red. So I just throw this into his block, and it's going to kill him. So yeah, GG's. Even if he went red and he hit me with the SP3, I would have gone to like maybe at lowest 50% health. And then I would have killed him really quickly because of all the charges I had. So yeah, that was a pretty fine fight. Yeah, happy with the performance on the main account. I obviously did eat that Black Panther SP2, which was not very good. Otherwise, yeah, so we lost against GT, quite unfortunate. Here we have Love account. I'm going to be using a lot of Onslaught today. This is Shocker on path 4. I was really worried about this, but if I use a combat regen, it shouldn't be that bad. I heavy counter as heavy into an SP2, into an SP1, to get Neuros up, and then I think I'm going to try to bait a few specials, then get an intercept, then bait a heavy. So I go for a light, it lands, and now I bait a heavy attack, and I pause 15 of my Neuros. So I'm going to bait another heavy or there I just parried a bunch. Then I go into my relic, heavy, and I'm going to bait this SP2. He throws it right away. I dex, then I heavy. Then I go for a medium light, full 5 a combo, SP2. I think I'm trying to get it to coincide with the knockdown, but I don't think it works. Yeah, so he has the protection on him. So I just need a beta heavy, and that happens. I don't, yeah, the stun is shortened. Then he hits me again. And at this point, I'm just like, what just happened? I just lost a lot of health. That's going to be a lot of potions that I can't afford. I'm just really frustrated here. Throw this. He auto-blocks it. And it still kills because, increased block penetration from the SIG. But still, I'm at 43% because of one stupid mistake. And, yeah, he hit me for 13k each hit, which is just so absurd. I hate how Shocker's ability to bypass armor rating works on defense because it just means that you take so much block damage and so much hit damage, even though he never crits. And my potion stash is dwindling. Next up, we have Nick on node 14. So this fight's really not that bad at all with Onslaught. It's just, play it slow and safe. It's not going to be quick by any means because you're not going to be able to heavy punish consistently for the knockdown. And the extended pause is going to be difficult to get without parrying. But I'm not too worried. I go for a light ender there. I have no idea why. Here I'm just trying to get a parry off. Then I get the regular pause. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to light attack and get the end of the SP2 to throw this. So I should be parrying the end of the SP2 instead of just blocking it because that does damage. But it is fine. It doesn't really matter. Here I just do a few hits. And I get another parry. Then I go into a relic to pause my stuff. And I realize that I'm going to need to use the trick of the SP2 to get the punish. Or I can just do this. Oh, no, I use SP2. So I go in, light attack, parry, heavy, but I don't get the pause. So I have to parry. He double resists me. And at this point, I'm just like, what is going on here? What was supposed to go well didn't go well. And now I'm red. Now I lost health. So I throw my SP3. SP3 skip button is in the game. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. So I'm going to try to bait this before he goes into the next life. And there I don't try to go for the punish. There's no need. There was very stupid of me, but I knew he was close to second life, so it didn't really matter. Throw my SP1 right away. He starts going low very quickly. He throws this, which is fine. He's not going to go unblockable. At parry, get some Daunteds up, go for a full 5 combo into a heavy from the relic. And at this point, I know that I'm not in much danger. I throw another SP1 just to, extend the fight on where I'm controlling it. Now I know I just need to hit him a few times, and he's going to die. If he throws the special one, which he probably won't because of the amount of charges he has, I'll be able to block it because he'll go past the unblockable phase. Either way, fight's over, minute 40. I took some health. I did it in an unnecessary way, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so next up, the rest of my fights. I'm going to be taking path 2 with Count Nefaria and Onslaught. So this is the regen reversal node. I put on a combat regen mostly for the next fight. So with Nefaria, I'm just going to try to get my regen charges low, and then he'll reverse him to death. I'm going to try to not complete the prompts, so I go for a light ender here, and then don't parry. Then I'm going to parry the end for the energy vulnerability. Not that it really matters, but it is definitely another debuff to help with the reversal. And I think I try to throw this off before use it or lose it. Yeah, I get it off. So now I'm going to bait another SP2 SP1, I'm in my mode, so go for the double dash back. Then I try to get above the use it or lose it threshold, and I do. So now I'm just going to try to double dash back to reverse the healing, and he's going to die very quickly. 30 seconds into the fight, and he's already chipping down. I have a degen on me, doesn't matter, I throw him SP1 to gain some health back and some charges, and I double dash back, and he's going to die within 45 seconds of the fight starting. So that was a really easy fight with Nefaria. And then next up, I have Lumatrix on node 29. And I've seen people die to this fight. It's sometimes sketchy. It definitely can be because of the stun immunity, and sometimes the spacing is off, but one frustrating thing is the power gain. And there he clips me. I have no idea how. I think like he got a light into like my combo. I'm not sure. So here I Dex, get the heavy off. I go in, I hit him. And I know that if I got to my SP2, he's dead because I have the shocks. And he's gaining power from me, my Dex. And he hits me with that, and it hurts. And I need to know it. Now I know I need to get a heavy off. So I'm trying to bait this. He throws it. And I should have heavy countered that, but I didn't. So I'm just going to heavy here, throw this SP2. And he gets pretty close to an SP3, but he doesn't go red. And I'm just going to be able to do a full 5 combo into an SP1. So that fight can definitely go wrong, but it did not for me. So, yeah. Next up, I think I have 40 or no 39. I don't remember. You'll find out with me. Oh, 39 Kindred. Or 37. 37 Kindred. Yeah, 37 Kindred. This fight's really easy. You just resist the degen and you kill him either with regen reversal or with his basics or his specials that do a lot of damage. So he starts purifying my stuff, which is bad. And here I just want to get an evade off, and he just won't throw it. And he hits me for a crit, and I got degen. It's doing a lot of damage. I'm just like frustrated because that means I'm going to have to use potions. I throw this so the root pushes him away. And he starts getting rooted. He does the heavy, and I'm going to go in and start reversing some of that healing. It's 4 stacks, so he's definitely getting reversed a lot. And I want to keep close to him so that the regens keep staying reversed. So I go for a pause, and then I go for another SP1. The decelerates are reversing with Despair, not my regular Ionic charges. And then he crits me again, which is just frustrating. It's damage that I'm taking that I don't need to take. This does kind of decent damage, and I'm trying to get to a special before he gets to his thing. And I'm going to take a lot of degen damage. Yeah, even with a ton of degen resistance, it does a lot of damage to me. And then he finally dies, but I took a lot of damage there. Anyways, next up, I have Yelena on node 40, and I've taken this once before, and I think I definitely perfected the strategy for it. Please ignore Lime in the Alliance chat. He's a bit of a weird fellow. Anyways, this fight, you just want to alternate your combos, get your pauses up, and then kill. So I think I go for a power start 1. Or I'm going for mutant power backs. Am I? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, mutant power backs. Hello? There we go. Yuji, you would be so proud of this, wouldn't you? He's always complaining about how people never use power backs with Onslaught and War, so there you go. It definitely does help because after you throw SP2 back to add an SP1, but anyways, light, medium, I bait this, light, medium, I bait this, try to throw a heavy, SP1, fight's going great. I bait that I'm going to bait a heavy after this because I don't want to throw SP1, I want to throw SP2s. I go light, medium, and I don't want to parry as much because of the soul barb thingy, but it's fine. I'm going to bait 1 heavy here, and then I'm going to bait this SP2, and then the dash in cancels the Mixmaster, so I'm able to get another heavy off. Then I'm going to go medium, light, medium because of the crushed, it's fine, and then this SP2 is going to do a lot of damage. Push me closer to an SP1 so that I just need to do a relic into a heavy, and then I can just bait a heavy, and she's going to die. Medium, light, medium, and she's down in less than 50 seconds, so she did not evade once. I feel like fight pretty perfectly, if I do say so myself. I mean, there's not much better you can do there. I'm sure Yuji is in the comments yapping about some, like, I don't know, I don't even know what he would be talking about. Next up, we have a really cool fight, which is Zola on 43. And I was assigned Count Nefaria, and I was like, I'm just going to use Onslaught. Because what I'm going to try to do is kill him very quickly, because I just raised him SP2, and I kill him because Onslaught is very strong. Whenever he is incinerated or shocks, he places his own arrows. So over here, I'm going to try a trick where I dash in the middle of his SB1 to heavy counter it, and it's not going to work, but that's why we run an invuln boost, because maybe I'm like late or I didn't practice it enough. So here I dash in, and I got hit, maybe because I tried to hold heavy too early. So now I'm just holding heavy into the air because I've seen enough Onslaught to know that's totally fine to do. So yeah, there I go again. I got hit, and yeah, at this point I'm just like, yeah, I'll just stop doing that. And so I'm going to try maybe one more time. No, I'm going to go for the relic to do it. So go here, relic, I'm going to bait the SB2, heavy punish that, and then that's GG's. So I bait this, heavy punish. Keep in mind, I'm at 100% health because of the hazards. I'm just going to dex into the SB2, and it's going to do good damage. I only have 5 Daunteds up because I didn't really get that many parries in on his basic hits. So yeah, here I'm just going to hold the heavy, and I'm going to get him. So he could have resisted, but it would have been fine. And here I get the heavy off after dashing into the special. Then I throw MC1, and he's going to die in 1 minute and 10 seconds. And I was at 96% health, I think. So yeah, pretty good fight. I would definitely think that Onslaught counter there. He really wrecks most people on that node, except for like Void or someone you have to use Tactic for. The best thing to do on that node is just play anti-tactic. Anyways, that damage that I took in the Kindred fight is going to bite me back because I have to heal up Nefaria for this Dark Phoenix. Originally, I didn't want to take this because, I'm not duped, and that means that I can't siphon regen from willpower, which means that this fight's going to be a lot more scary, even with the Iron Man synergy, because I am going to counter her, but I'm also going to be playing without siphoning the healing. But, I think it should be fine, right? Like, what can really go wrong? It's rank 3 on duped, but, Nefaria is quite good, and I will counter a lot of the fight. So one thing that I didn't realize was how useful the falter node is going to be, because buffs are going to be expiring and you have to heavy to put the falter on the opponent, but it's actually going to be really helpful because you don't need to like try to dex her SB2 or SB1. It's just going to go away. So it's going to take a little bit to get into the tempo of the fight. There, her unstoppable triggered as a passive, so I have a full length Nova on me. I had to throw SB1 right away there because of the falter timer, but now she's faltered and she just misses into me, doesn't throw anything. I'm just waiting for her to throw her specials with the decelerates up. She throws it, I get the evade off, I do the full Favit combo, throw the SB1 before the falter node. Now she's faltered again, she's probably going to throw it again. Or no, so I just go for a heavy attack to put it back on her because there was another falter. And yeah, that's basically the cycle of the fight. She throws SB2, I'm going to throw my SB2, and despite being a lower rank, it doesn't really matter that much because your safeguard's going to be capped anyways. So, I don't know, maybe there's a difference. I'm just trying to hit her to death. I throw my SB1 here because of the falter node, and she's just going to completely miss the special. And it's really nice not having to do anything. So I try to dex it back out at the end. I'm not sure why. Maybe like safety or something because she would have had like quicker reaction time. Doesn't really matter. I throw an SB1 to get some healing back. And this fight is really under control. There's no way to evade something that's faltered because you're not like able to evade a hit because there is no hit because it misses. Either way, she's going down very quickly. She throws a heavy, she misses, so I just hit her. This entire SB2, except for the last hit, misses. So I throw a full Favit combo into an SB1 to regen a bit, and I'm just going to dash back and kill her with the relic. So yeah, this fight was really easy. We see it again in the next war, but unfortunately Nefaria's banned. So we're just going to send Quicksilver, who's a fine counter. He's actually not a fine counter, he's a great counter. He counters the Nova Flame because of the hits. He counters the unstoppable, and he counters the miss, so he's a great counter there too. So yeah, that's the war. I struggle to type easy, and then I finally do, and yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Pretty good war, didn't die again, had some pretty cool fights. I definitely did eat some hits that I shouldn't have, but it's all part of the game. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.